Hello, welcome. How are you all? Mike in pink. So let us continue our most important lesson, Organs of Government, chapter 10 in SS, on page number 74. First paragraph again I would like to repeat. Legislature at the central level, Parliament, Lok Sabha. Yesterday we had seen that there are two houses, upper house and lower house. Upper house is called Rajya Sabha, lower is called Lok Sabha. In Lok Sabha, the representatives are selected by the people. We will further go through the Rajya Sabha too. Yet, let us begin. We went for judiciary system, legislature, and apart from that, there was a third system. Which one you might have remember or not, I don't know. But let's continue with the administrator, etc. So, we are going through legislature at the central level, Parliament, Lok Sabha. Lok Sabha is the lower house of the Parliament. Please underline this thing. It might come in your fill in the blanks to or false or short questions. Yeah, MCQs. The members of the Lok Sabha are the representatives of the people who are elected through direct elections. There are in all 545 members of the Lok Sabha. Out of 545, 2 members are selected by the president from the Anglo-Indian community. Yesterday, I think so, in the last session, we have completed till yet. Now further, president is a part of the Parliament, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. President is a part of both houses, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha too. The President addresses the first meeting of the Parliament and the joint session of the Parliament. This I have given last year, I think so, in MCQ. I fill in the blanks, and none of the students have done this thing. So please underline this thing. The first session and first meeting is attended by the President. Besides these two occasions, the President never attends the Parliament. The President can summon both the houses of the Parliament. So, if there is a particular case, if there is a particular problem regarding any houses, President can summon, means President can call both the houses. Now, besides this, the President can summon both the House of the Parliament, can withhold the proceeding of both the houses of the Parliament, and can even dissolve the Parliament. So, he summon, if any problem, he can dissolve to the Parliament. He got every right within him. A bill which has passed through 3 readings in both the houses of the Parliament can become an act only after President signs. Means any act, to make any act. A bill is produced in the Parliament, in the Lok Sabha, in the Rajya Sabha both. In 3 sessions it is produced. And after the majority signs upon the bill, and at last after the President signs the bill, then only a bill becomes an act. For example, a particular type of food bill is there. It is of 100 crores. We can see it is of about, it's an example. It's only of 100 crores. If this bill has to be passed in government, so it will go to the Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, both houses. Here who are there? Members are there. Here also members. Here even Narendra Modi is there, means Prime Minister is there. Here Vice President is there. Can you get this thing? A particular bill, this is only an example. We have taken about 100, any issue. A bill regarding any issue. Then this both houses consider this bill for 3 sessions. After these 3 sessions, all have to sign this. All have to sign with majority. Means a bill is passed within 2 houses with majority. Even Prime Minister also signed the bill. Then it won't become an act. Only when President passes. Sign या passes the bill, then it becomes an act. Only and only the final commitment is within the president. The final power is of the president. So understand it, Prime Minister is not the topmost person. President is the topmost person in the government. He has all the powers. He can dissolve, he can call meetings, everything. Apart from that, he is the head of 3 of the army wing: Navy, Air Force and Army. President is the head of 3 wings. So if Narendra Modi insists that we will have a war with China, for example, nowadays the scenario is going on over there. So he cannot order. He has to be with the president, and president when undersign these all things, he goes to the meetings, everything, and then when the president orders, Narendra Modi, Prime Minister of India, orders for a war. So you can understand, any bill that is signed or passed by the president becomes an act, law. After the president signed it, Lok Sabha is not a permanent house. Its term is of 5 years. Lok Sabha's term 5 years. If it is not dissolved before the completion of the term, Constitution of India is supreme and not the parliament. Understand this thing. Constitution of India, what we have studied in the 8th chapter, is important. Constitution of India is supreme, not the parliament, because parliament dissolves every 5 years. Members of parliaments dissolves every 5 years, while the act, the laws, the rules that are derived in the constitutions remains the same. So constitution is a supreme one. Hence the parliament has to enjoy its power within the limit prescribed by the constitution. So it can enjoy these 5 years, and all the members, even Prime Minister, has to enjoy his power till only 5 years. If the law framed by the parliament violates the constitution, they can be challenged in the court. For example, if any law is there made up by the parliament, this parliament makes a particular law, and if it is against constitution, violates the constitution, then it can be what? It can be challenged in the court. So judiciary comes again. Judiciary, as you all know, that we got 3 legislative, executives and judiciary. 3 sections of the constitution, of the democratic India. So if any violential activity is done by the parliament, it can be challenged into the court. So now judiciary stands at the top level. And which type of system is judiciary? Impartial. Again, I would like to repeat the word impartial. Means no partiality. Now, if the court finds the framed laws against the provision of the Constitution, the court can nullify the rules. Yeah, laws, yeah, rules, yeah, regulation. If the court finds that this particular rule, yeah, act, yeah, law that given, yeah, passed by the parliament is not good, not true, then some steps regarding this are taken. Here the word is nullifies, means can cancel, can do something more, can analyze, etc. God used to criticize it, analyze it, and then only, according to the Constitution, if the rules, the law is good in favor of Constitution, then only court gives a good judgment, otherwise it's nullified. Now, qualification of the member of Lok Sabha. You also can be the member of Lok Sabha. How? Which quality you must deserve? So, what is the qualification needed? To be qualified as a candidate and to be elected as a member of Lok Sabha, he or she must be a citizen of India, above 25 years of age or more. He or she should not be having unsound mind or insolvent. Unsound mind means mentally disturbed one. Yeah, insolvent means not physically, you can say physically and mentally disabled. He or should not be employee of the central or the state government. He must not be proven criminal. There should be a period of 6 months between two sittings of the parliament. A president can dissolve the Lok Sabha on the counsel of the Prime Minister. A member of the parliament of any of the house of the parliament can attend the proceeding of that house and can vote in the house, in the same house, but member of the cabinet ministry can attain the proceeding of both the houses of the parliament, even if he or she is not a member of the Lok Sabha. But if he or she is a member of the upper, then he or she can vote in that house only. State of Gujarat has a representations of 26 members in the Lok Sabha. The term of Lok Sabha is of 5 years, but the president can dissolve it before that if needed. In case of national emergency, the term of the Lok Sabha can be extended for 1 more year. If the president dissolves the parliament, it cannot be challenged in the court. So, important thing, that if a person is of upper house, this is parliament, means Lok Sabha. This is also parliament and Rajya Sabha. For example, if a member of Lok Sabha is there, he can vote only and only in Lok Sabha. But if this member is a cabinet minister, then he can vote here and here. Understood? Apart, this is for 5 years. Also, the president, he can dissolve this Lok Sabha. He can dissolve this Lok Sabha. And in case of emergency, for example, we got war with China or Pakistan or any other country, the var extends more than 5 years, for example, then what happens? It can be extended plus 1 is equal to 6 years. The member of the parliament must be at least 25 years. No criminal record. Absolute mind. Above all, he must be citizen of India. If you want, you can just go through it, these points. You can take screenshot of these points so that you can easily answer your question. No doubt if you will read it once, twice, then obviously you will come to know how is Lok Sabha formed, how many members are there. 545 yesterday that we have done already. 545, among them 2 Anglo-Indian. Admitted by President. 543 members are elected from whole country, all states, union territories, etc. from India. And from this, a person is selected to become a prime minister. That we are today having Mr. Narendra Modi. So to understand it, it is a simple way. If you go through deeply, no doubt you always think this is the boring one. No, it's not boring. It's interesting thing that you have to go through it, and it's a easy one too. Lots and lots of GK you need for this thing, and this thing you need throughout your life. So I am going in a little bit deep one, otherwise I might have read it and gone through. Now, again, what is one more important thing? Quorum. And this question comes obviously in each and every exam. What is quorum? Quorum. Yes, it's quorum. What's quorum? These questions last year also, my dear students, all of those who are in 10th standard, they felt a little bit difficult. At what is quorum? They were confused. So let's go through it. Quorum is a number of members present in the House of Parliament. Understand? Number of members present in Parliament. Then it is a number of members present and working in the House of the total number of members of that House. Example, we got 545 members. As you all know, 545 members, and they must be working members. As they are already presented, they have to work. Then the minimum quorum, quorum, yes, here it is written, of the Lok Sabha should be 1/10, that is out of 545 members. 55 should be present. Similarly, the minimum quorum of the Rajya Sabha 2 should be 1/10 out of 250 members. 25 should be present. So 1/3 of this thing, about 55. There are 250 in Rajya Sabha. So 1/10, that is 25. What does it mean? What does this 55? Yeah, 1/10 of 545 and 1/10 of 250 means at least this much members must be present either in Lok Sabha, either in Rajya Sabha. 1/10 majority must be presented, yeah, must be active, and that is called quorum. Again, I would like to repeat the whole thing. Quorum is the number of members present in the house of the parliament, any house, either 545 in Lok Sabha, 250 in Rajya Sabha. It is a number of the members present and working in the house out of the total number of members of that house. Which number? Quorum is a particular number of the members that are working in the house. The minimum quorum of the Lok Sabha should be 1/10. That is, out of 545 members, 55 should be present. Similarly, the minimum quorum of the Rajya Sabha, 2 should be 1/10. That is, 2 out of 250 members, 55 should be present. So this is called quorum. Means from 545, only 55 is present. Then also a decision can be taken. In simple way to understand. And from 250, 25 members are present. Then also decision can be taken. And then only the parliament, yeah, the assembly works. If there are 54 members, there will be no meet of the Lok Sabha, yeah, the assembly. If there are 24 members, means 25 minus 1 is equal to 24, then also the Rajya Sabha assembly will not meet. At least they need 1/10 of the majority of the members to work, to go through any act, to go through any rules, to go through any debate, etc. Now comes the another topic, that is Rajya Sabha. I think so you all might have gone through this quorum. Don't go to the word. Quorum means a percentage, derived percentage group of member. Now we are going to go to the next session, to the next topic, and that is Rajya Sabha. As we had gone through the Lok Sabha, if you want, I would like to revise it again. Lok Sabha, I think so I must revise it again. So again I would like to say Lok Sabha, called parliament. 545 members. Among them, 2 members elected by president who are Anglo-Indian. Got it? Then 543 members are elected by people through election from India, from every states, union territories, etc. Again, then comes President addresses What does he do? Addresses, call meet once for both the house. He can dissolve both Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. So who do you consider at the head? President is the head. No doubt here, from this member, there is Prime Minister too. Means Mr. Narendra Modi. Then one thing, a bill passed by both the house after 3 reading, bill passed in both the houses after 3 reading and unassigned by President becomes a law. Yeah, act. Only and only passed by the President, then it becomes law. This Lok Sabha tenure means time 5 years. Got it? Then what is? If any law act is passed by Lok Sabha or Rajya Sabha, and if it is against the Constitution, it can be challenged into court. Understood? So, if any wrong thing, now qualification of the candidate, he must be 25 years of age, Indian citizen, mentally fit, can be a member of the parliament. Then we got, yes, Gujarat has 26 members. Gujarat has 26 members in parliament. Got it? Any doubt regarding this thing? If you want, you can screenshot this thing, pause the video, screenshot it, then comes quorum. Means majority of this, the lowest majority among 545 there must be 55 members, among 250 there must be 25 members, means 1/10, then and then only at least this majority is needed for Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha for its meet. Otherwise the houses will be dissolved. There will be no meet. At least they need this in both the houses, 1/10% of members. Means at least 155 in Lok Sabha and 25 in Rajya Sabha. If you have any doubt, you can just say me this thing. I will repeat again and again if possible. So my dear friends, I would like to stop here. In the next session, we will go through Rajya Sabha. Thank you very much.